All right, Shalom. All praise is going on. It goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings to the elect. This is another lesson dealing with the mark of the beast. And there's an article from assignmentx.com. And it's headline that says, Take Two creators, Andrew W. Marlowe, and Terry Etta Miller on new series exclusive interview. So basically what's going on here is there's a new show, a new TV show coming to ABC that is about to be released on mainstream television, primetime television. And in this particular article in the show, they're pushing the mark of the beast. Okay, now the show hasn't came out yet, but I believe it's to come this season. But these creators, they've created a number of TV shows, movies, things like that, dealing with sci-fi and the end of the world. Okay, so I'm just going to read this part and then I'm gonna get to the point. It says ABC's new Wednesday night light procedural series Take Two is created by Andrew W. Marlowe and Terry Etta Miller. Marlowe wrote the screenplays for Air Force One, End of Days, and Hollow Man. I think End of Days is on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe a show with a similar name. But nonetheless, she actually has written for the show talking about the end of days, and that's the time we're living in now. Okay, it says most significantly, in terms of Take Two, Marlowe created the long-running ABC series Castle, on which Miller was a fellow writer, executive producer. Marlowe and Miller have been married to one another since 1997. Okay, so let's get to the point of this article. Let's see. It's just an interview. But there was a point that basically this TV show Take Two is dealing with the mark of the beast and transhumanism. Okay. Let's see if I can find the point. Okay, let's hear where it says Miller. It says, yeah, we knew. Let me zoom in a little bit. It says here, well, let me read this as Acts. It says the character Monica, played by Alice Lee, is a grinder. What in this context is a grinder? From Miller. It says they are people who are using body-enhancing techniques to further evolve themselves as part of the human race. There are there are all kinds of new things that people are experimenting with to see how they can make human beings better. So there you have it. They're pushing this ideology of using technology to change people. Change humans. All right. And that's a part of Esau's Internet of Things and transhumanism agenda. Okay, to have everybody linked up into the system of this new world order that they want to establish. Okay, so it says for Marlowe, it says this is an entire real life subculture where they put implants in, whether it's magnets in their fingertips or RFID radio frequency identification chips in their arms. There are certain folks who put the RFID chip in their fingers, so when they come into their building, they don't have to get a fob out. They can just hit the keypad and the door will open. All right, so basically they're trying to make having the mark of the beast, aka the RFID chip, more cool and seem more convenient. And when people see these things in these TV shows and these movies, they get attracted to it or they want to imitate it. Now, mind you, the underlying theme behind this is real life, and as the saying goes, how it says, art imitates life. Well, we're getting ready to see real life imitate art. Okay, they go hand in hand with each other. Okay, from Miller, it says they could snap their fingers and it's like you clap and the lights go on and off. But they could snap their fingers and the lights will go on. They could snap their fingers and the cars will turn on. It's been going on for about 20 years. Okay, it says, but it's a relatively new field and it's evolving every day as new technologies come out that meld with the human body. So grinders or body hackers are the people who are at the forefront of experimenting, and we have a great, really interesting character, Monica, played by Alice Lee, who is a bit on a quest to further herself. So we discover that she is a body hacker. Okay, now it's funny how they're using the woman to push this RFID chip movement. All right, because that's the same thing that happened in the garden with Adam and Eve and the serpent. You know, the false philosophy that the serpent was coming with, he came to Eve, the weaker vessel, which seduced Adam into following suit. Well, Esau here is using the same tactics. You know, have this woman here with this technology to, you know, a strong character type woman, you know, that they've been pushing a lot lately in these different movies and TV shows, and have her use the chip, and then a lot more women are going to start talking about it, start doing it, and then men are going to follow suit. You know, it's all a part of Esau's witchcraft, man. Okay, you know, and I'm just gonna read a little bit more. Let's see. It says, let's see. It says we had come across a couple of articles about it. Not in relation to this show. It's something that we'd read about, and it was fascinating. And when we were thinking of who this character of Monica might be, it just came to us that this might be a really interesting aspect of her personality. So these Edomites, these creators, these producers, like we say, man, they know the truth. They read these articles. They probably watch certain videos on YouTube. You know, they understand that these technologies are a thing of the future. Okay, they understand these things, and that's why they can apply it, and they're going to know how to make it work with this show. Okay, so we're going to see the mark of the beast become a lot more mainstream. Okay, people are going to be using this chip, this microchip, as a means to conveniently get around. It's going to be just like how the smartphone replaced the flip phone. Okay, this chip is going to replace a lot of technologies, man, and add to technologies. All right. It says here, it says, is this separate from body modification? It depends on what people are doing with it. There are different ways that you can do it. Yeah, but body modification is usually done for aesthetics and tattooing, the big earrings and stuff. This is the blending of technology and the human body. So this isn't done for visual effect. It's done for practical effect. Yeah, practical means being able to get around and use, like they say, open doors or pay for things. Okay. It says, yes, I'll give you one example. There's a guy who was colorblind, and he figured out how to create something that he could implant on his head. You can look it up online, and the device helped him hear colors. So there's all kinds of really fascinating scientific ideas that people come up with to enhance themselves or to improve life for human beings from their point of view. All right, so this is just the RFID chip putting it, into these shows. It's just a lot of things coming out in this chip. It's hard to deny that it's the mark of the beast now. Okay. We all know the scripture in Revelation 13 and 16. How it says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their forehead or in their hand. Okay. And that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark. Okay. Now that's dealing with this microchip technology. Okay, the mark of the beast. Did I even have the scripture? Let's see. I might as well go ahead and get it. Just to push that vibration out. Revelation 13 and 16. All right, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, now we know that mark, when you go into the Greek word mark, is charagma, which means a stamp or imprinted mark, or it says a thing carved, a sculpture, a graven work. Okay, from the same as karax, a pale or a stake, a palisade, from karasso, to sharpen to a point, akin to the idea of scratching. And that's what you do when you put this chip implant this chip into your hand. Okay, all right, you use a needle that's sharpened to a point, and it implants that little microchip inside your hand, man. Okay, and that's what they're pushing on this TV show. Okay, all right. So it's just a matter of time before people start to catch on. It's a matter of time before it does go mandatory. You see this immigrant situation with the Northern Kingdom of Israel. The Hispanic tribes, being locked up on military bases and cages and things like that. So that's that's going to lead to them having a policy where, okay, all immigrants have to be microchipped. And we know that, they're doing it now. They're microchipping their kids, and now they're going to try and reunite them with their parents. It's going to be all kinds of ways to push this microchip. And we're seeing it. We're seeing the beginning stages of that mass microchipping coming into play. Whether it's on TV, movies, whether it's political issues, it's coming to pass, man. All right? But with that, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom.